Forever Skies is a base builder set in the sky. This is a very, very interesting game. It's just hit 1.0. I'm Orbital Potato. Let's play. Alrighty, and we're in. The premise is fairly simple. We have been sent down from a spaceship up above to a world that is dying, effectively, and we need to find a cure for a deadly disease that is existing on the spaceship, I guess. Either way, there's a tiny little sort of tutorialized element which I'm going to go through here, and then we are going to be able to jump into the game proper. This is, of course, my little escape pod thing. Either way, yeah, I'm going to get through this, and then we'll start exploring what this game has to offer. Alright, so basic tutorialized sort of section done. Effectively, I've got this extractor thing on my arm, which is going to allow me to disintegrate certain resources in the environment. You can see them kind of shimmering away over there. There's a couple of other things that we need to do before we actually jump into our base, which is this airship. This is why I think this game is absolutely epic, because you could literally build a base around this ship, which is very, very cool indeed. Right, pick up the research station from the workshop. I believe that is through here. I'm going to have to do a little bit of extraction, a little bit of resource collection. We'll yoink that solid-state battery for what I'm sure is going to be a very useful thing. There's a whole bunch of, to-do list, excellent. Yeah, there's some to-do lists and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of, like, interactables in the world. Feels very, very like Subnautica. If you've ever played Subnautica, it's that sort of same vibe. Empty water bottle, brilliant. It's that sort of same vibe, except it's above ground, and there is much more of a... I mean, there's a lot of story in Subnautica, but at least in my mind, there is a lot of story here, and we are trying to hopefully find a previous team of scientists that came down to the surface of the planet in order to do what I'm trying to do now, which is to try and find a cure for what's going on upstairs. Either way, I'm going to stick around here. Let's pick up the resources, and then let's see if we can start building our spaceship and see if we can try and fly it. I say spaceship. It's not really a spaceship. Skyship, I suppose? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, I've rescued the research device. That is this thing over here. We can use this in order to conduct a little bit of research, which is kind of exactly what I want to do. I've been tasked with building a device fabricator. It's going to require some components. It's going to require synthetics and metals. And these are, I guess, going to be the sort of two core resources which we are going to hopefully collect over our little sort of exploration over here. And in fact... Oh, there we go. It's finalized the device fabricator. I can then jump into my suit printer, which will allow me to create a device fabricator. Brilliant. There's three little tabs here. Machine parts, synthetic compound made from synthetics, machine parts made from metals. That's the things that I've been picking up as we have gone through. And the device fabricator is going to require some synthetic compound. So I guess I'll get that built, and then we'll build a device fabricator, which is suitable for express production of complex devices for the airship. Very much what I'm interested in. Tell you what, this is a cool bit of kit that I've got on my arm here. As we destroy these little gas bottles, that's going to give me some synthetics. It's going to disappear into lots of little kind of crystal things, which I think is kind of cool. It's just what a great little vibe, honestly. That recharges my battery, I believe. You can see there's a little sort of power meter down at the bottom here. I can also manually kind of like pump this thing up, which is really cool. Also, the range of this thing is kind of bonkers, and there is a whole bunch of resources that you're basically just able to yoink straight from the sky, which I will absolutely take. Anyway, let's turn our attention to the synthetic compound. Let's get that. Beautiful. And then let's get ourselves a device fabricator. Beautiful. We can now look at getting this placed inside here. Is that in a decent orientation? It's decent enough. It's fine. Okay, so that's going to give me the opportunity to build some water stuff, some cooking / food stuff, a bed, probably quite useful, a helm, and a research station. We've already got a research station. I think I've already got a helm as well. We need to research a scanner, and we need to craft a water condenser in the device fabricator. Well, the water condenser is just another synthetic compound, so I should be able to get that relatively easily. Brilliant. Water condenser. Thank you very much. Brilliant. That is going to take a little bit of time, and whilst that is happening, we can, in fact, get some other stuff researched. A scanner. Scans database. Absolutely. We'll start the process on getting that researched. I don't know how long that's going to take. Probably not overly long. We have sort of rescued, liberated, stolen some batteries from around the world, which I'm using to power things. I've got to imagine that there's going to be the opportunity to... What the heck? Got to imagine that there's going to be the opportunity to replenish the battery stockpile, which I will indeed do. However, that's for later. This is for now. My water condenser, which is hopefully going to give me the resources that I need to sustain myself, i.e., if you have a little look down in the bottom left-hand corner, I have... I'm very thirsty. Very thirsty. I got loads of water, though. I got some first aid kits, but I don't have any new water coming in. Yeah, requires condenser membrane. Oof. That's something that I'm going to get done right now. And I want to start collecting water. I don't think there's any water...
Printing completed.
Oh, I hope the printing's being completed, because I need water kind of quickly. Maybe I can have a little hunt around to see if I can try and find some water, but I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any. I might die of thirst here. I probably won't. I'll probably be fine. Right. Get that in there. Brilliant. Okay, build a water purifier on the airship wall. Water purifier will purify dirty water into clean water. I will happily make that. Beautiful. Purifier, we need 2. And I don't have the resources for it, but that's fine. We also need to craft a scanner as well. What does the scanner require? Scanner is more synthetic compound. Okay, well, more harvesting for me, I guess. Oh, look at that. Looks like my condenser is doing a fine old job. The water looks dirty, but it looks like water. It's something at least, right? It's something. Scanner has been completed. We can do some scanning of the world. Is there anything that I want to scan? I'll scan that bad boy. Absolutely. That is apparently the airship engine, which we are going to be utilizing for different bits and bobs. Let's just scan everything, to be honest. This is an energy container. Okay, the more you know. And this is a metal component. Okay, well, that's great. That's fine. Also, there are some lights in the distance over there. I don't mean to do... Well, I do mean to foreshadow, I suppose. I do mean to foreshadow. We are going to be going over there. Is that foreshadowing? I don't think that's actually foreshadowing. I think that's just literally expanding on what we're going to be doing. Either way, let's get this water purifier built, and let's see if we can try and also complete engine and fuel research. We need to presumably... Yeah, immediately just get that started. Beautiful. And we also have enough for the water purifier, so I can do both of those things in short order. This is a lure container? Okay, so this is presumably gonna allow us to catch some special stuff. I don't know if there's bad guys in this game. That's a water purifier over there. We'll get that locked in. Let's get the dirty water moved from here into here, and now the purification is going to take place. Beautiful. Right. Pour dirty water into the water purifier and wait for purification. We're doing it, and also research the repair patch. Yeah, there's quite a lot of research that I clearly need to do. I also need to get some food somehow. Repair patch is going to require more synthetics. Okay, more hunting around for different components, but look at that. We got clean water, baby. That's what's important. That's what's important. All right, I have made an engine. Let's get the engine attached over here. It's going to look a little bit funky. Don't worry about it too much at the moment. I mean, it does look very ridiculous. But we can expand our airship, and that's definitely what I'm going to do. Now, I have some optional objectives. I have bottled the clean water. There we go. Let's right-click that and drink it. And as you can see, immediately my thirst is satiated. That is fantastic. We also need to use the repair patch that we crafted on the damaged insect catcher outside here. Can I do that? Repair? It's just that simple. Repair you as well? And repair you as well. Wowzers. Okay, it's just that easy. Okay, so if we add a lure container in here, then we're going to be able to catch some pretty special stuff. I say some pretty special stuff. It's not very special stuff. It's insects. Yeah, I'm gonna nab some of these insect lures, and we'll see if that allows us to actually get some food caught. because that's apparently what we need. But yeah, more synthetic farming for me. Aim up in the sky, yoink this down, nab it. Yeah, it seems like we need a lot of synthetics. Like, a heck of a lot of synthetics. That's to be expected, to be honest. But it's just something that I need to be aware of going forward. Either way, craft the insect lure. 3 seconds later, we should yoink ourselves an insect lure. We can stick that straight into here. And that's going to get us... That's going to get us some insects if we lower the line. Oh, it's going down there. Okay, that's fine. And in the meantime, we have to build a cooker in order to, I guess, cook the insects. Can we not just eat them raw? Yeah, because I mean we're eating them anyway, so why not just... Sure, let's put it in front of the helm. What the heck? And then yeah, we'll cook some insects. Insect lure caught something. Raise line. A dust moth. What the heck is that? Okay, well, we'll do our best. Add the water in there. Add the dust moth in. And boil it? This is disgusting, but I guess fine. Oh, do I need to craft another membrane? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, membrane in. That's good. But yeah, we need to be constantly refilling this. Probably should pre-batch make a few of those condenser things. Either way, our cooking is finished, which is nice. Can I access this here? Yeah, I can if I use my fist, presumably. It turns out I've committed a bit of a faux pas. It actually faces entirely the wrong direction, this cooker. Okay, I did not account for that. But we should be fine. Okay, it's getting moved to the other side of the helm because I can't put it in its current place. Either way, excellent. Boiled dust moth. Yummy. Get that eaten. Excellent. Either way, it's now about time that we get this thing moving. We're going to craft some synthetic fuel. Boom, get that done. Stick it into the engine and see if we can try and strike out on our own from this platform. We want to add synthetic fuel in there. Brilliant. And I think we're ready to go. I think we're legitimately ready to go. So we get into the position of the helm here, and we strike out to explore the world and see what we've got going on. We've also unlocked co-op mode, which has ruined my immersion, but that's fine. I am really enjoying this. Right, so shift to go up, control to go down. That's totally fine. We're heading straight over here. Obviously, if we do get stuck, we can make ourselves... Oh, calorie levels decreasing. Don't worry about it. If we do get stuck, we can always just sort of pop outside. You know, we can say, hey, you know, we'll lock the speed. Great. Oh. Little bit of a sickness bug there, but that's all right. Are you needing repaired? No, you're fine. It turns out I got a ship load up at the top right, which is good. Now, the ship is currently steaming away, which is good because that's going to give me the opportunity to maybe do a little bit of admin around the place whilst we're waiting to get to this sort of milestone over here. Gonna pump this thing up a little bit, get it all replenished. And honestly, by the time that I do that, I'm just about coming into land, but I can still harvest some stuff, which is kind of important. All right, I think I probably need to take over, unlock the speed, and then let's see if we can try and land somewhere. I guess this sort of centralized area is looking pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. We'll come into land right about here, and then we'll have a little bit of an explore around around this area. See what we've got going on. Nice. Decent landing. I will take that. I will take that any day. What does it the pilots say? Any landing that you can walk away from is a good landing? I don't want to get back on this. I suppose this side's a little bit easier. But, yeah. Climb on board. Thankfully, developers thought of of a potato-proof eventuality. Either way, we got a couple of missions here. Check discovered objects in the studies tab, scan the radar device wreck, scan the metal collector. I'm going to go and do all this, and then let's see where that leaves us after we have undertaken all of our research on this little outcrop over here. What the heck are you? Lock broken. Can I fix it? With a patch? I can. Maybe I need to repair it more. Okay, that's fine. I can do that. Okay, fully repaired. Very nice. And I can now open this. Ooh, and yoink, some good stuff. Okay, electric elements. That's fine. A metal collector head. Electric elements. Old food ration. And an upgrade module. Okay, very interesting indeed. But a bit of a distraction from my work here. Let's get scanning and let's get exploring. Okay, just scanned this thing. This is a wrecked metal collector. Automatic device with changeable heads, picking out metal fragments from under the dust. Very interested in that. Effectively, we're going to be able to automate our extraction of metal whilst we're on the ship. It looks like I'm going to be putting some of these metal collector heads to use. I've just sort of explored and discovered them, which is fine. Few other things to scan remaining. What do we got? Terraformer resource and a flashlight tool rack. Okay, that's fine. I can do that. Oh, look at this. There's a little sort of upturned satellite dish here, which has got dirty water on board. I will bottle that up. That's 3 bottles worth of dirty water that we've just found from walking around. Excellent. Still exploring here. Quite a lot of stuff. Repair patch. Lots of components. That's good. Synthetic fuel. Love to see it. A transformer. Okay, not sure what that's going to do quite yet. Some more repair patches, and a basic research part. That anything interesting in there? Doesn't look like it. Okay, we're still on the lookout for a torch part, or flashlight tool. But that's fine. However, I think it's time that we probably progress up the... it's probably time that we progress up to the top of this tower to see what is over there. I think this might be the flashlight. Excellent. Lying on a corpse that just happened to be there. Yeah, there is a significant amount of story here. Research and craft the airship builder tool. Yeah, we're going to do that in just a sec, video game. Don't you worry about it. Let me pump it up just a little bit. Oh, man. Look at all this dirty water. That's fantastic. And, oh, yeah, I'm actually out of bottles. That's fine. Hydration level is decreasing, but we've just yoinked loads of dirty water, which I'm going to stick into the purifier in just a second. Oh, these are like gold dust. They are super, super, super good. Is that the highest that I can get up here? I think it might be. We've headed all the way up to the top. We've already explored down there, which is fine. I believe we've explored down there, actually, or though I might not have. Okay. Well, I'll go and find out what's going on up there, and then we'll head back to the airship. We'll craft the airship builder, and then hopefully be able to expand our airship. All right, done my exploring. Time to climb back on board, and we'll see if we can try and nab ourselves the airship builder. So yeah, let's get that researched immediately. I've also noticed that we've unlocked the ability to get solid-state batteries. Is there anything else that I want to build in here? Insect catcher, insect lure, a bed. No, not really, to be honest. The airframe builder might be a tool that we could print there, but it's not. We build it here. Yeah, we only have so many empty bottles, so let's get the dirty water added whilst we're waiting for all of this to happen. We've unlocked... Let's get this moved around a little bit. We've unlocked the... Where did it go? The airship builder. Beautiful. Constructs the airship hull, interior, and balloon components. I am interested in all 3 of those things. So, let's jump into the build menu. What do we got? A room, a small cockpit, and a catwalk. Okay. Catwalk is probably the easiest to build. Yeah. Is there somewhere that I necessarily want to expand first? Build that over there. Build that over there. Sort of expand it outwards to the front. Risk of starvation. Oh, we're going to need to catch a little moth thing or whatever it's called. Right, let's reverse this. Let's reverse this thing. Or as much as we possibly can. just so that we can get the lure out over the edge. We've not actually explored this area, which I will probably just do in just a second, but I'm going to leave this parked in this orientation so that the lure can go down. The good news is that I've extended the catwalk, so it should be a little bit... Ship was damaged? You kidding me? How is it damaged? I barely touched it. Okay. Turns out the lure's got a little bit more life in it. That's fine. Let's go and explore here, see if there is anything. I doubt there's going to be much, but we'll see. Pretty much nothing here with the exception of this tablet, which gives us a little bit more sort of background about how people are becoming very disillusioned with everything. That's fine. More importantly, the insect lure has caught something, which is great news for me because I am heckin' hungry. Take rotten food. Consume it. Yeah, not surprised. That gave me a little bit of a bad vibe there. Can we use the electric cooker for anything at the moment? Some old canned water. I'll drink that so that I can free up a little bit of inventory space. We don't actually have much opportunity. Bottle that. Put... Oh, I can't put that in there. Take synthetics. Add the condenser thing. Insect lure. Get you up. This is getting a little bit stressful now. I need to use some med kits because I'm running low on the old HP. We need to put some... We need another bottle in order to put... Oh, for goodness sake. We need to craft a bottle in order to get the water out so we can get some new water in. Which I need to do with synthetics, and I need to get some synthetics in order to do that. Okay, bottle acquired. Let's get you bottled. Let's get you added. That's good at least. The insect lure, what the heck is that? A dust lettuce. Right, well that's not something that I'm overly enamored with. We got a family photo, which I'm just holding on to for sentimental reasons. And we've also got another photo of something else, which I'm also just holding on to sentimental reasons. Let's get that yoinked in over there. Let's maybe move... Can we move something? Can we move something to our inventory here? Clean water? Can't even do that. Repair patch? We absolutely can do that. Then I can take the dust lettuce. Beautiful. Then we can use the electric cooker. We can throw the dust lettuce in here. Get that boiled up. My bacon has been saved. There's some sort of light show going on at the moment, which is not exactly ideal, but that's fine. I have to build the metal collector device. Let's see if we can try and do that. First things first, get it researched. We're going to throw it in there, which is grand. Anything else that I want to build? No, nothing. Bottle the clean water. Requires dirty water. Did I not put the dirty water in? Oh, yeah, we do. We just have loads and loads of water now. Also got an oil lamp. I'm going to stick the oil lamp down as a little bit of floor decoration. Just something that I picked up. It's just junk, really. Anyway, whilst I was chatting away, we should have unlocked, if I'm not mistaken, the ability to build the metal collector somewhere. Here it is, in devices. Of course it is. Metal collectors, machine parts, synthetic compounds. Beautiful. We'll get that built. We'll immediately throw that down on some of the new catwalk that I have established out here, out at the front. Is that a wise thing to do? I don't know. Kind of feels like it. Kind of feels okay. Needs to be on the catwalk outside. This is on the catwalk outside. Invalid position. What about this side? You seem unhappy about this video game. Maybe we need to get into the sky first. Let's try that. Aha, we just need to make sure that it is really, really poking off the edge. I mean, like, really poking off the edge. That's the thing. Right, open collector container. Let's assign those metal collector heads, and then let's just see it in action. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Nice. Is there another lure container that I can add? There absolutely is. Let's get the line lowered. Beautiful. Look at this. We're automating our resource collection. This is phenomenal. Okay, so the lure, we still need to deal with that manually. There might be a way that we can change that as we go. Did I finish that dust lettuce? I totally did. Let's yoink that, and I'm going to eat it immediately. That's good. Research and build the location radar. Right, the location radar. Let's get that caught. Sorry, get that researched. Get this thing caught. What is this? This is another dust moth? Well, you know what? You're going straight into the boiler. So we can get you boiled. This is looking great. This is looking great. Right, device fabricator is going to require a location radar. Displays locations and navigation points. Amazing. Get that built. This is all coming together. This is my little spaceship. It's all come together. My little sky ship, I suppose. We have a max altitude limiter, by the way. I am currently at that max altitude. I've got to imagine that there is stuff that is... looks bad. Let's put it there. I've got to imagine that there is stuff, ooh, higher up, but I'm not really too sure what that could be. Right, fly to Noah's last known location, which I presume is this thing over here, marked on the radar. Okay, cool. Noah, I guess, is one of our former colleagues. Oh, thank you. I will take all of these free resources. This is great. Is there anything else that I can get researched right now? Furniture fabricator. I'm interested in all of this, to be honest. A solid state battery, very interested in that. Silicon is a little bit hard to come by. Flashlight, we don't have copper yet. Okay, tell you what. Let's research a small storage box. We need some synthetics and some synthetic compound in order to do that. I'm going to get that research done, but I'm also going to try and give myself a little bit more space. So we're going to get some more synthetics in order to do that and sort of expand this bad boy out the backside. Yeah, that's probably not something that you want to repeat, but that is definitely something that we want to do. I will yoink that and yoink a few more, and then that should get us to where we need to be. Right, just finished the research for the small storage box. Also have the opportunity to build a brand new room, which I'm very interested in doing. Look at that. Look at the space that we've now got. That's brilliant. Okay, we're gonna pick this. We're gonna pick this thing up, and we're gonna move it backwards and stick it where? Where do we think? Research station. Maybe to here. Toggle snapping so that I can place a little bit better, as far back as possible, ideally. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. And then you know what? I think we want to keep on. I think we want to keep on building back. Look at that. This is beginning to look like a proper airship now. Okay, we do need to bear in mind the ship load. Obviously, there's going to be ways that we can increase that in the future. But for now, that's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. Can I build a storage container? I suspect that I probably can. I'm going to need to do that in the device fabricator, though. Small storage box. Yeah, we can. It requires some components that I don't really care to fetch. And therefore, I think we're probably just going to head on over to Noah's house, which is over here. There we go. We can orient ourselves that way. I mean, I suppose we can fly looking at this screen. It wouldn't be a terrible idea, perhaps, to put it in front of us, but that's all right. Either way, very eerie world. Loving the sort of spooky world. I really, really do. I really, really do like everything that this game has to offer. It just feels so atmospheric. It feels so juicy. It feels so entertaining. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I feel like we've just seen a tiny, tiny little snapshot of what this game has to offer. That looks like a prime landing pad. I don't think that's necessarily where we're going. This is Noah's last known location over here. Again, presume him to be a former scientist guy. But we'll see what's over here, I guess. We'll put her down nice and gently so as not to get any damage on the ship. Beautiful. Beautiful. Touchdown. Brilliant. Okay, and we're in. This is apparently Noah's last known location. There's a data pad for information. The greenhouse tower collapsed like a house of cards. That's fine. Find the research computer and get the research parts from the container. Okay, I will use the computer, and I will also do a little bit of extra exploring to see if there's anything else that we can yoink here that will be useful. But I don't think so. I don't think so at all, to be honest. Yes, it looks like there's something up, like on higher levels up here. How on earth we are going to access those higher levels, I suppose, is kind of challenging. It seems like there's some sort of like little parkour challenge here that we need to go through. No, I think the research parts are in here, in this little pod thing, according to the datapad entry. Oh, yep, synthetic fuel. That's me. Research parts. Amazing. We actually already have a couple of these from just sort of exploring the world. I guess they will allow me to, hopefully, get some research done. Just make sure that I've got them all. Yoink, 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 yoink. Think I certainly do. At least one last cursory inspection. It's pretty good. Okay, complete metal wall research. Is that really a priority right now? Apparently so. But this is what Noah died teaching me. The ability to figure out how to make metal walls. We can make airships, but we can't make metal walls. That is apparently not possible. Right. Eat the boiled dust moth. Beautiful. And then use my brand newly located research thing. What the heck is going on there? Research station. Nice. Okay, this is all looking pretty darn good. I'm really, really happy with how this is all coming together. Find the wind farm location, tower landing site with the airship wreck. That looks to be that flashing point, which I think is just hidden by the distance. Right, let's go and explore that, see what's going on over there. And there it is. What do you know? It even looks like an old wind farm area. Very spooky, very ominous. Man, I love the premise for this game. I absolutely love the premise for this game. What the heck is that down there? I have absolutely no idea what that is. Okay. Wow. It's sparking. Let's yoink it. It's copper. That's going to allow us to make a flashlight, I think. Right. So, scanner, apparently we still need to get closer in order to scan the turbine from the airship wreck. Okay, fine. We'll get a little bit closer. I guess over here we're touching down because we can't actually go any higher. Remember, I'm at that max altitude. I also can't go very fast. Probably want to get an additional engine if I want to go faster. But that's fine. Uh-oh, I've just had a notification. There is a flying creature approaching the airship. I don't know where, but I don't like it. Oh! Oh! What the heck? Oh my goodness gracious me. What the heck are you? Don't like this. Don't like this a lot. Really don't like this. Scan it, I suppose? It's a scrap wing hatchery. Dissolves them with acid. What do I do about it? Not sure what I do about it. Seems like I don't have the skills. I do have the skills. What am I talking about? Just get rid of it. Get rid of this with this bad boy. Okay, clearly I need to repair this before it destroys me. One more big push. Okay, it's just yoinked the pretty major component for my food provision with it. That's fine. That's fine. Let's just pretend that I'm fine about that. Yeah. Let's just pretend that I'm fine with that. That's cool. Can I get a little bit further down, please? Okay, we're down. We've touched down. That's great. There's quite a lot of stuff to discover and explore. I really like how it makes you aware of the discoveries that you can find in this area. That's copper. That's brand new. That's kind of cool. This looks like copper pipes or copper elements. Something like that. What the heck are you? A moth swarm. Okay. Yeah, there's apparently a lot of copper here, which is very, very interesting. What is going on down here, I wonder? Can we get up to the wind farm proper? I didn't think we could, but we might be able to. Indeed, the plot thickens. However, ladies and gents, if you're interested in the plot, then you're going to have to go and check the game out for yourself. I can recommend this one. It is excellent. It's really good fun. I've had an absolute whale of the time with Forever Skies. Now is a great time to check it out, if indeed you're interested, because it has just hit 1.0. Which means you're getting the full sort of story experience, you're getting the most up-to-date version of the game, you're getting all of the good content that has gone into it whilst it was in early access for the last couple of years. Man, I love this game. I really, really do. This is excellent. Anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.